Audio Jungle.
In our headlines, the governor of the northwest region of Cameroon, Adolphe Lele Lafrique, bans the sale and ownership of firearms in the region amidst the socio-political tensions. South African trade unions demand answers after about 1,000 workers were trapped in mines underground. A brawl between migrants in the French port city of Calais leaves 5 persons dead. The much-awaited Grammy Awards finally get unveiled, and Arsenal signed Gabonese striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from Borussia Dortmund. Governor Adolphe Lele Lafrique of the northwest region of Cameroon has banned the keeping and use of locally made weapons as well as the purchase and sale of ammunition in the region. He has also called on all citizens to stay patriotic and vigilant. The ban, due to last 6 months renewable, comes after a number of armed men were killed in the region in separate incidents. Civil society organizations and international bodies have called for dialogue as a means to end the ongoing crisis in the country that started in November 2016. Still in the northwest region, 2 gendarmes were killed early this week at a checkpoint in Bingo, Boyo Division. They were reportedly at their duty post when unidentified gunmen opened fire on them before taking off. Following the incident, more military personnel have been deployed to the area, but the assailants at press time are yet to be identified. Early this week, US President Donald Trump delivered his first State of the Union address, in which he reiterated on the nation's achievements under his rule, such as the recent economic growth and a newly passed tax bill. He also talked about his agenda for the year ahead, stating that he will create a safe, strong, and proud America. He finally promised to unite the country around issues of infrastructure, immigration, and national security. Still in the United States, Democrats have warned President Trump not to use a controversial memo as pretext to fire the special counsel investigating alleged Russian involvement in the US elections. The FBI also warned against the memo's release, claiming key facts had been omitted from the release. President Trump approved the declassification of the memo, which accuses the FBI and Justice Department of using a Democratic-funded report to obtain the warrant that gave permission to spy on an aide to Mr. Trump. In South Africa, a number of workers' trade unions are demanding explanations from mining authorities after almost 1,000 miners were trapped for over 24 hours underground. The incident happened following a power cut, and the miners were finally rescued when power returned to the mines. No life was lost, but some miners were suffering from dehydration and blood pressure issues. Unions are now calling on the mines to cease operations temporarily till all health and safety conditions are put in place for workers. President John Pombe Magufuli of Tanzania has called for the probing of the country's judges following concerns of how some make money they spend on expensive vacations in Europe. He also appealed to all government leaders to refrain from meddling with the judiciary arm of government. In October last year, he disclosed how much he earned monthly as president of the East African country. The United States of America has banned the export of weapons to South Sudan and has urged other nations to do the same. Though the US does not export arms to South Sudan, the move is seen by many as symbolic to the country's 4-year civil war. South Sudan is the world's youngest country, having gained her independence in 2011. In entertainment, the 60th annual Grammy Awards took place this past week at Madison Square Garden, New York City. Among the highlights of the night was R&B guest artist Bruno Mars' historic winner of Best Album, Record and Song of the Year, amongst others. Popular rap star Kendrick Lamar also bagged home 4 awards despite being seen as the underdog alongside Bruno Mars. Mars is now the 9th artist to win 6 or more Grammys in a single night. And in sports, Arsenal has signed Gabonese striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from Borussia Dortmund for a club record of €56 million. Aubameyang scored 141 goals in 213 games for Dortmund, including 21 in 24 matches this season. That is where we put a cap on today's edition of the Global News Weekly with me, Giyo Nzi. For more updates within the course of the week, follow us on Facebook at Global News Weekly.